Welcome back to another episode of ReWilding for Women. In this episode, we explored the topic, why the dark goddess? And I have a big claim to make, a really big claim, in that without exploring her, you will never get to your full potential. You can't. You can't get to your deepest heart's purpose. You can't get to what it is that your heart is yearning for. You can't step into all of your gifts and that unique expression and that unique creative ability that only you have. So you have this unique archetypal blueprint and a unique gift to give the world, whether that be mothering your children in a certain way or creating music or running a business. There is a unique gift and a unique way of expressing self that only you have. And until we go into this phase of the feminine, which is the most potent, the most powerful, the wildest, the juiciest, also the most loving place, we'll never fully blossom. We'll never come into our fullness. I know it's a big claim. But listen. So listen to the show. I'd love to hear what you think. It, again, was taken from a live stream that we do in the Facebook ReWilding for Women group. So if you're not a part of that group and you're interested in coming along on a live broadcast of this and being a part of the circle and a part of the interaction, check us out. Just look for ReWilding for Women. It's a private Facebook group. Request to join. We'll get you in there. And then weekly, you can be a part of our live shows. Okay, enjoy the episode. So much love to you, and thank you for being here. So I would love to drum for us. That's the meditation that I want to do to kind of bring us into this space. Drumming is a brilliant shamanic practice. It's a brilliant woman's practice. So this drum is it's a shamanic drum, but it's actually considered to be a ritual drum, and it's originally a woman's instrument. So hundreds and hundreds of years ago, this is what we women use to do our magic, right? And it has this uncanny ability to get us out of our silly, crazy monkey mind and into our bodies. It also has this brilliant ability to help us to access these deeper parts of self. So I want to drum a little bit. I don't know how this is going to sound. I have no idea how this is going to come across. If I had a big, beautiful recording studio, my God, I would love that someday, maybe. But until then, we're just going to have to deal with whatever my phone, little microphone for Facebook live stream can handle. Okay. Get comfortable. Standing, get up. I don't want you sitting. I don't want you stuck in your energy. For those of you who've said, I feel so stuck, or I feel dense, or I feel like, get up. If you physically stand and physically start to move, the internal stuff starts to move as well, right? So stand, get up. When we do women's work, can you start to hear that the dark goddess is coming through already, right? Okay, so let's officially now start the part where we go into the actual workshop space. So this is workshop space. This is our circle, right? This is our circle. Dark goddess is going to come roaring through because she's screaming at me, and astrologically she's screaming to be seen, to be heard. And it's a part of self. So I don't want you to just think like, oh, this is something off planet. This is something way outside of me. You don't even have to know, like I said before, what the dark goddess is, how that feels, who she is. It doesn't matter. You have her. I promise you. She's in there. Yeah. I promise. And today we're going to see where she's at. So this is an opportunity to see, where is she at? How is this part of myself expressing herself? How repressed is my power? How repressed is my juice? How much have I stuffed it down? How much am I afraid of my juice, right? Of my potency, of my potential. This relates to fear of stepping into my power. Fear of being seen is linked to this. Fear of opening up to my fullness is in this, right? So, okay. I think we should first do a massive, massive I see you with a whole shit ton of love hearts, because this is going to get big and it's going to get wild. So I think if we start with just massive, massive freaking love, right? So opening up your heart and just loving the crap out of every single woman that's in this group, loving the crap out of yourself, right? So when we love out there, we're loving more here. So I always get these questions, how do I go do more self-love? Love the shit out of something outside of you, because it's coming back at you, right? So this is love. This is big mama love. And when we're sitting in big mama love, we're held and we're supported. And we can go deeper. We can go into these rubbly bits. We can go into these bits that we're scared of, that we fear, that holds our power, right? These dark goddesses. On the flip side of the dark goddess, it helps to be held and it helps to go in there, loving the crap out of this circle, feeling safe. We need to feel safe in order to go to these depths. And that's what this is about. So this is about just love and feeling that safe. Look at all of these hearts, right? These are your sisters that we're sitting in circle with. We are literally sitting in circle with a whole group of women. There will be thousands of women who watch this. There will be thousands of women who will join this circle with us. They may not be here live, but they will be here. They will be coming in. So this is the love, right? That holds us. So we can get to these places. I love these love hearts, and I love you. My God, my heart, my chest is pounding like crazy. So, let's drum, ladies, let's drum. Let's drum. Let's open up to more of this. Let's drop into our bodies, out of our minds, into our hearts. All that you need to do right now is relax your body, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. I don't want you doing this little tiny snotty nose breath, right? I want full body breaths, like letting there be sound, movement. This is the feminine. This is life force energy. You want to feel alive. You want to be vibrant. You want to open up to the real authentic you. You better start breathing, and you better start making sound, and you better start moving. All right, let's do this thing. So standing up, bending your knees, getting comfortable. Breathing, opening up this channel. So that's what we're going to do. So this is something that you can do if it feels right. There's this channel that goes from your yoni, which is your first chakra, right? Perineum, yoni, all the way up. This is the channel, right? And it extends down beyond your yoni, right? That's what goes into the earth. But we're going to open up this river of life. So if you start to feel that, perfect. If your body starts to shake or tremble or move, or you start to feel big emotions, or you start crying, or you start to get angry, good. Let all of that happen. This is body wisdom. Your body knows things that your mind can't possibly comprehend. That's what we're going to open up to. Okay, so So just taking a deep breath and feeling and being aware of what's happening, feeling the body, feeling, really, really feeling, and just being aware what's happening for me, what's going on. And so from this space, I'll leave you to share. I think it would be great to share with each other. I'm not going to comment on the comments because I'm going to keep going, but I think it would be great to open up a space where you can share how that felt for you, or what that brought up for you, or what's going on for you. Is there an emotion? Is there a sensation in the body? Was there a vision? What was brought up for you by that? And sometimes it's really useful and powerful to just read the other comments. So this is a part of that big holding, that big I see you space, right? I see you. I honor the authentic unfoldment, the authentic experience that you're having. So I'm going to put this drum down and I'm going to leave you for a moment to share with each other, and then I'll keep going. Maybe I've just left you all so stunned that nobody can even comment, because I don't think I've seen a single comment yet. And if that's the case, then just be with that. Elise, lots of purging, feeling sick. I know I said I wasn't going to comment on these, but brilliant woman, especially your system knows that you're coming to do big work on Saturday. So brilliant. That does not surprise me at all. And thank you for sharing that. By the way, lots of different things can come up when doing this work. Look, we're going into parts of self that have been locked away or buried or repressed or pushed down or ignored for not just maybe years and years of our lives, but down the line, ancestral, like generations upon generations upon generations of this particular energy being repressed, being pushed down. So why the dark goddess? Because there is not a single face of the feminine that is more hidden, that is more repressed, that holds more juice, more power, more opening, more awakening, more truth than this face of the feminine. There isn't one. There is not one. I cannot get somebody to their authentic, deepest, most real purpose, their authentic, deepest, most passionate heart's yearning without working with the dark goddess. You can't. You cannot get to the deepest place in self without looking at the part of self that's been locked up, hidden in the basement for generations upon generations upon generations. You can't. When I wrote an email today, and by the way, if you're not on the newsletter list, you should do that. ReWildingForWomen.com. Subscribe. There's good shit there. So when I wrote this newsletter this morning, and I said, why the dark goddess? And I said, well, I'll talk about that more in the live stream, but in short, you will never reach your full potential until you go there. I don't just say that because it sounds good. I don't just say that because it makes me or ReWilding look good. I don't care if you never do a workshop with me. I don't care if you never do ReWilding. Look, I'd love to, but ultimately, it's not about that for me. I am telling you that this is a part of self that is locked away and hidden in our collective. But the exciting thing is that we're in a time where there are practices, there are facilitators, there are safe spaces where we can go there and we can open up to this juice and this passion and this potential and this love. Now, we couldn't do that 100 years ago or 200 years ago. Right? Part of this Hecate, but got to talk about Hecate simply because astrologically what's going on, and just because the energy is so incredibly Hecate right now, is Hecate holds that wound of if I step into my power, I will be burnt at the stake. Now, whether we're conscious of that or not, it's there, right? We've got it. It came through in our DNA. It's still being held in our collective. How many of you have started maybe doing meditation or have started to get into energetic healing maybe, or Reiki, or some of these more like esoteric type of things? You're starting to get into it, but you don't want to tell somebody what it is that you're doing. I'm just going to say I'm meditating, because that's pretty safe. Or I'm practicing mindfulness. That's even safer than meditation. Why? Because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be ostracized. I don't want to be persecuted. I don't want to be killed. It's in my DNA, this fear, right? The Christ, the story of Christ, right? Here's a man who fully embodied the divine. And what happened? Dead. Killed. First he was betrayed, then he was killed, right? These are deep, deep imprints that are in our system. And not even just like past life stuff or the collective. Think about when you were a child, maybe you had those experiences of, I used to talk to the other world, or I used to see fairies or sprites, or I connected with whatever it was, but had to shut that down because when we're younger, we want to be loved. I want to be loved. I want to fit in with my family, because when I'm fitting in, I'm getting love. I need love as a kid. These are survival mechanisms, right? So like when I was younger and told, yeah, we don't do that. Well, okay. I'm not going to do that then, because I don't fit in then. So it's even like little things like that. But what's now happened is we've got this pattern of these armor, these patterns, these shields, these guard. We're guarded. We've locked this away. And now what our job is to de-rubble, right? This is why I always talk about, let's get rid of the rubble. Let's take off the armoring. I want to peel back the layers so that I can get to this authentic truth. And we may not even know what that authentic truth is. A lot of times it's just this feeling. It's just this, I know there's more, right? I know that there's more to me. I know that there's more that I want to be doing in the world. I know that there's more I want to be. There's more to love. There's more to sex. There's more to mothering. There's more to my gifts. What are my gifts? There's more to creativity. What am I here to birth in the world? Because we all have this incredibly unique blueprint. Like you have, it's like a thumbprint, right? But it's this unique archetypal blueprint. Only you have it. Like me, I've got this unique archetypal blueprint. Like it's mixed up of this face of the feminine, a little bit of this face of the feminine. Like there's a little bit of dark goddess here, there's lover here, there's warrior here, there's mother here, blah, 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 right? But my unique archetypal print is unique to me, which means there is something in this world that only I can do in the way that I do it, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who can teach, and there's a lot of people who can teach. There's a lot of women who can and will be rewilding facilitators, similar to me, but they will never do it in the same way that I do it. They will do it according to their unique archetypal blueprint. So that's what we're doing here, and that's what part of the dark goddess is uncovering what is my unique archetypal blueprint. How do I get into these places in self that haven't been socially acceptable, right? Okay, so here, Medusa. We should talk about Medusa as well, because she's conjunct the sun, which is pretty freaking potent right now. So Medusa, a woman who is fully open to Medusa is insanely erotic. Insanely erotic, right? Now I'm talking about Medusa after you've worked through her distorted mask, right? So Medusa, we kind of know the myth of Medusa. She wears that mask and she fucking hates men. She turns them to stone. How many of us have that? Hi, yeah, I cannot deny that. Deep down, I might not even be conscious, but there is a part of me that wants to turn the patriarchy to stone. There's a part of me that doesn't trust masculine energy. It's scary. If you think about this, most men are typically stronger than you as a woman. They could kill me, right? And so, sorry, my phone keeps getting these text messages. If anybody's on live stream right now and you're texting me, don't do that. Especially when I'm embodying the dark goddess. My God, I'm going to send you a scathing freaking thing back. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I have no idea what I was talking about. None. Medusa, face, turning men to stone, our distrust. Here's the thing. There's a lot of surface level stuff where it's like, I trust the masculine. Yeah, I'm married. I'm in a good relationship, or I'm not in a good relationship. I like being by myself. I love being by myself. I really just want to work on myself right now, and da-da-da-da-da. And that's all well and good, and that's on one level. That is on one level. But when you start to get into these depths, I'm talking depths, into these unconscious sabotage patterns. So when I say unconscious sabotage patterns, this is the part that comes flying out when you least expect it. And you do all sorts of crazy things like shut down. So you're talking to a man and suddenly he says one tiny little thing. It's really not a big deal. But you shut down, right? Like, ooh, walls come up. Walls come up, shut down, protection, defenses come up. Or he says something to you like, this is an example that I read this morning from a ReWilding woman. I love you. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. But in your mind, you're thinking, I don't believe you. I don't trust that. I don't believe you. And I don't trust that. These are so freaking deep and so hidden, right? We went through hundreds of years of being raped, being abused, being oppressed by the masculine, by the patriarchy. That's in our system. Unless you've worked through that stuff, that's in your system. Unless your mother has worked through that stuff, that is in your system. What was your mother's relationship to men? How good was her relationship to men? How much did she open to men? This isn't just about like surface level, I trust you. It's about, I fully can open to you. Now, it's not every man, right? Because there's a whole lot of shitheads in this world. But once we start doing the work, we know the difference between the shithead and the man that we can open to with love. We can feel the difference between the two different masculine energies. We can feel Shiva, conscious, man connected to heart, and shithead down the road who just wants to get in your pants and hasn't felt his heart in his entire life. You know the difference. But until you start working with the dark goddess, you don't know the difference because you can't see. There's all these wild unconscious patterns that are going on. Now, I know that sometimes this is so hard to put words to, and this is why I love practice. I love ritual. I love drumming. I love going into the medicine wheel. I love embodying archetypal energy. Because the second that I even try to translate this, I lose. I lose the actual essence and the truth of this raw, pure energy. The second my mouth opens and I try to put words around it. So if some of these words aren't making sense to you, just keep feeling. Keep feeling. What are you feeling in your body? What's going on for you? What's resonating for you? What's coming up for you? Go back and listen to the drumming again and feel. Keep feeling. Keep opening to this. Now, part of Medusa's gift, so when we work with Medusa archetypally, and we'll be doing that a lot in these upcoming ReWilding workshops, is her ability to, once you de-rubble this part of self, right, this distortion where she's in her rage, she has the mask on, she is Right, okay, here, wait. There's a step before that. So So some of us will start to go into this energy and go, there's nothing there. I don't feel anything. There's nothing there. I don't feel anything. That is the repressed expression of these dark goddesses, right? They're there. They're just really, really, really tucked away. Really tucked away. And so that's okay. And we all come to them at our own time. We all come to them in divine timing. There is a thing, divine timing, and we come when we're ready. We come when we feel safe. If you don't feel safe, it's going to be hard to get to these parts. So that's one expression, is I don't feel anything. I feel nothing. I've looked at all of the dark goddesses and I feel nothing. I must just not have anything there. I'm sure. Like I said, unless your mom has worked through that stuff, and if you go to these places and you feel nothing, you got some work to do, sister, right? Because that's a lot of protection mechanisms going on. That's the armoring, that's the guarding. Okay, then I've got some other work to do before I can go there. So that's one expression. And then when we start to get in there with Medusa, say now, like, you get past that, the feeling nothing, past the protection mechanisms that we've all got, because we all have them. We talked about those in last week's live stream. If you need to go watch that again. Once you get past that, then her next expression is often that fucking roaring. I am pissed. I am pissed about the rape. I am pissed about the abuse. I am pissed about the persecution. I am pissed. I am so angry. And I am so sad. I am so sad that I have shut my power down. I am so sad that you've taken away my babies. I am so sad that you've taken away my power. I am so sad. I am so sad at what's been done to the feminine, to women, to children, to this planet, to Earth. I am so incredibly sad. It's killing me. I'm so sad. The pain, there is pain there. Massive amounts of pain. This is why we have that protection mechanism. All of those protection mechanisms when we're in this space of, I don't feel anything. There's nothing happening for me. I don't feel anything. It's because it doesn't feel that good when we first go in. Because that pain is there. The grief, the rage, the fucking pain. But here's the good news. You let this shit out, right? And you don't even have to, a lot of times we don't have to sit in it. You don't have to sit in it. You don't even have to know exactly what it's about. You don't have to go through past life after past life after past life. You don't even, you can literally roar it out, right? I drum you. You are standing next to me and I drum you and we drum and you howl. And you grieve, and you let the energy, and you rage, and you let it out, and this derubbling happens, right? So all of this stuff, this is just purification. That's all we're doing, right? It's just coming out. I'm getting rid of this stuff, this energetic stuff that's been sitting in my psyche, in my body. So a lot of times this stuff can fester and lead to disease if we just sit and hold on to it. So I'm getting it out. I'm getting it out on mental, emotional, physical, so all these levels. I'm just purging, right? Releasing gooey junk. Then what happens is this third beautiful, divine expression of this same dark goddess. It's Medusa. It's Medusa. It's the same Shakti. It's the same goddess. She's still a dark goddess, right? She's still got passion and fury, but she's divine expression of Medusa. She is divinely aligned. She is open for you. Her full power is open in you, but she is connected to the heart. She's connected to unconditional love. She's connected all the way here, all the way down, all the way up, divinely. She won't settle for shit. She won't. She demands love. She demands purity. She demands it. She demands erotic expression, but clean erotic expression. And that erotic expression can be the wildest, like nastiest looking stuff, but it is pure and it is clean and it is heart connected. It's big. It's big. So that's the third expression. That's what we're working towards. That's what this is all about. This is why you work with the dark goddess. So you're not in one of these two phases of, I don't feel anything. Nope. And when you don't feel anything, you have no connection to that power. None. You cannot connect to the force that's in her, the love that's in her, the truth demanding that's in her, the passion that's in her, the sacred activism that's in her. You had no connection to it. If you're here and you're like, I don't feel anything. Sorry, you're not in your full potential. You will never be. So then that second stage of, holy, my God, this might swallow me whole. This grief I feel, this rage, this absolute outrage at what's been done to me, at what's been done to women, at what's been done, whatever, all of that. And you'll have your own. We've all got our own little ones that really piss us off, right? And this is part of your passion. This is part of your authentic purpose. But you got to feel to get there, right? If you don't feel anything around it, you don't even have enough fire or juice or passion to ever do anything about it, right? So for me, actually, I don't want to talk about me. So for some women, it's like, animals, for God's sake, stop killing the animals like we're doing. It's soul crushing to me to watch. It hurts my heart to watch this. For some women, it's, can you stop cutting down the trees? Don't you understand? This is our oxygen. These things do so much more than you can possibly fathom what these trees do for us, right? But unless you feel it, you're still up here like, oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to watch the news. It's okay. Wow, I'm really snotty. I'm so snotty. I'm sorry. I just smashed. I know. I don't really watch the news a lot. I'll admit it, right? But I should. Okay, so then you get to this place. And then finally you work through this rubble, because this is still distorted, right? You start to feel, but it's still distorted. It's going to come out. It's going to be like, it's like that Medusa line, and he was just kinked. It's just sort of like, oh, it's just starting to open, but it's not clean. It's not pure. I'm wielding these words, and I'm angry, but it's still not clean and pure. That's where it's just, primarily, we got to get it out. I got to drum you got to howl, you got to cry, you got to scream, you got to move, you got to do stuff. Right? So that comes out, purification happens, purification. Now you're over here and you're like, holy, Medusa's mask is off, and you're going, oh my God, I feel. Not only am I passionate about the pain that I can sense, I can feel ecstasy. I can feel erotic joy. I can feel bliss. I can feel. I am open. And I don't stand for less. What are the words I'm looking for? I don't shrink, right? I don't shrink. I don't not speak my truth for fear of what you're going to say to me. I'm past that, right? I can stand here. You've got firepower. You have that juice. You have that warrior goddess now. And she's aligned with the heart. She's aligned with truth. She's aligned with divinity. This is full potential. So when I ask the question, why work with the dark goddess? I don't know. Maybe because she will gift you with absolutely everything. She will take you to your all. She will take you to very uncomfortable places. She will take you to the edge of your fear. She will take you to really wild places. And I also think this fucking pisses me off is so many of us are like, oh, I want to work with the wild woman archetype. I want to work with the wild woman archetype. This is the wild woman archetype. It doesn't get more wild than the dark goddesses. It doesn't get more wild than her, right? This surface level, like, oh, I want to run with the wolves and stuff. Great. If that's the doorway in, if that's a doorway that's taking you in to this, which is the actual wild woman, fantastic. Run with the damn wolves through that door and go down and open. You're not going to regret it. I promise you. I promise you. It's everything. Your everything is there. Sex is there. You want better orgasms? You better go to the dark goddess. You want a better loving relationship? You want a better marriage? You better go to the dark goddess. You want to really come out with, what is my authentic purpose? What is my truth? What is my heart desiring? What do I really want to create in this world? You better go here, because until you go there, it's still locked up in you. And behind that, behind her roar, is also like the biggest love that you feel. The Kali, right? She carries a sword and a man's head in one arm. But there is a love that's in her that you won't find in any of the surface level stuff. So Om Kali Ma is the face of Kali that is the mother. Om Kali Ma, the love that comes through. This is big love. Big love, like the kind of love that knocks you over kind of love. That's what sits there, is love that we can barely fathom. It's that transformative kind of love, like a love that holds you and sees you. And in that just holding of the love is pure transformation. And it's so simple as well. Sometimes it's just in that. It's just in that big, massive love that, this opening happens, this awakening, this weird old pattern that I've held my entire life and I've sabotaged the crap out of myself with 1,000 times. Gone. There's that component. So that, my sweet, gorgeous, glorious goddess friends, is why we work with the dark goddess. I am so grateful for this space. I am so grateful for you. I am so grateful to be able to open up Circle in the way that we do. I'm so grateful that I could drum for you. I want to invite you. I want to invite you to do more rewilding. Invite you to check out the podcasts on iTunes. We do a lot of stuff. Subscribe to the newsletter. Make sure you're on it. This way you don't miss anything. It's really the only way to not miss things. As well as lots of online stuff, the workshops that we're doing. We just opened up a retreat. It's our only retreat in 2017 in October in Australia. 3 nights, 4 days. That's the deep dive. That's the big stuff. That's this. That's what I just talked about. That's it. That's doing it. That's it. So if that feels right for you, check that out. There will be here's a little announcement. I wasn't going to do this today because it's not on my list. There's a lot of things that weren't on my list though. So I know that Belinda's going to want to kill me. Maybe not. I've kind of given Belinda a little bit of a heads up on this one. So something that we're going to start probably July, possibly August of this year is a group. So a group of women, and we're going to do one archetype every month. So for those of you who are like, I want more practices, I want to go into all 8 of the dark goddesses that you work with, Sabrina. I want to go into the 3 medicine women that you work with. I want to go into the 5 lover archetypes that you go into. I want to explore the different faces of the masculine. So for those of you who are like, yeah, I'm resonating with your work, with rewilding, with this archetypal empowerment, I'm resonating with this. But I don't know how to get there. I don't know what practices to do. And I think I saw that question. What practices can we do on a daily basis? So for those of you who are like, how do I explore rewilding? I think we've got 40 different archetypal energies that we go in. They just take you, it's a doorway into different little parts of self. So that's coming in July/August. Kind of depends on how things unfold. But make sure you're on the newsletter list. Otherwise, I'll probably never be able to get you that information. And it's going to be super inexpensive. This isn't about, it's about making it available for as many women as we possibly can to start to do these practices, to come into rewilding. And we hold a focus for the month. So like this month might be Medusa. And it would just be, we do Medusa practices. I do Medusa transmission for you. We have a live stream where it's just for this group of women and we just do Medusa. And then the next month, and it will of course also depend on astrologically. So we'll work with the astrology as well. So where there's a lot of energy and the door is really open, well, that's where we want to go. Because that makes it that much bigger for us. We don't have to work as hard. So that's my plan. I invite you all to do that because I know that not all of you can get to Australia to come on retreat with me in October, which I wish you could. But yes, so that is it. In a circle, at least it'll all be online. Sorry, thanks, gorgeous. That'll be online because I want it to be available to every woman on this planet who wants to do this work. And I feel like this work is available in that way. Finally, I can get on a camera and we can do these practices together. And I'm not going to be hunted down, put on a stake and burnt. I had to work through those wounds. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I had those. We've all got them, right? I had to definitely work through those before I got on a camera and went public to share this stuff with you. So it's there, but we can do it. And if somebody wants to hunt me down and burn me, go for it. I dare you. I don't care. Do it. Do it. There's 1,000 more women behind me who are ready to do this stuff. So, okay. Let's do a really big, massive I see you circle to every single woman in this group and just massive gratitude. So huge heart circles with I'm sending massive, massive gratitude to you for co-creating such an awesome space, such a good, safe, wild, big, deep circle. So both in the Facebook group as well as on these live streams. Like, this is amazing. Look at all these hearts. Look at the places that we can go to. And like I always say, you make this happen, right? I wouldn't do this if it weren't for you. I wouldn't do this if you weren't here. I wouldn't. It just doesn't happen. So I am as grateful to you as you are to me, and grateful to the circle. So ladies, with that, I love you. And I know that I'll see some of you this weekend. I'll see some of you on retreat, and I will see some of you when we open up that inner circle. That's what it's going to be called, the Rewilding Inner Circle. That's where we do the monthly archetypal stuff. Okay, I love you so much. Mwah!